Paige Petrosky, and welcome back to my book channel. Today's video, as you can probably already tell by the title, is going to be my summer 2019 reading list. And before I even get into the list, I just want to apologize for the potentially bad audio in this video. I'm still trying to fight with my camera and my mic, but I've honestly come to the conclusion that my mic is just not compatible with my camera, so I think I'm going to have to buy a new one. But until then, just bear with me, and again, I apologize. But with that being said, let's jump into my summer 2019 reading list. So I don't know if any of you fellow readers have this problem, but whenever I make a reading list, I'm a generally slow reader as it is, but when I make reading lists, I tend to make them so long that it's just not realistic at all. So with this reading list, I really tried to condense it to hopefully make a list that is achievable for me this summer. The first book on my list is Rich People Problems by Kevin Kwan. It is the last book in the Crazy Rich Asians series, which I've just had like the most fun reading ever. It's such a funny series. It's so entertaining. I feel like it's just never a dull moment. So as you can probably tell by my bookmark at the top, I've already started it. I'm on page 34 or chapter 4, and so far it is quite good, just like the other two books. So yes, it is definitely the first book on my list as I'm already reading it, and definitely a book that I know I will finish by the end of the summer, which I know I'll get one checked off at least. As I bring up the second book on my list, I realize some of these books have appeared in previous videos, so I apologize if things just kind of get a little bit repetitive. It's only because I haven't gotten around to reading them, but I still really want to. So the next book I am sharing is Supermarket by Bobby Hall. Had to look at the back. I don't know why. I can never remember names of authors or book titles. But yes, it's Supermarket. I believe it's classified as a YA book. Don't quote me on that though. But if it is, I haven't read a YA book in a very long time just because I haven't gravitated towards them lately. I don't know why. But I really do enjoy them. So I'm excited to read this book, not only because I like logic, but also because I just love YA, the genre, or is it considered a genre? But I love YA books in general, so I am excited to read this. I think it'll be a fun summer read, again, entertaining. And my friend has actually read this, and she really, really liked it, and she's kind of wanted to talk to someone else who's read it about it just to like discuss it. So I'm very excited to read this so we can finally have those chats. I have read this book 2 times before. 2 times, and I want to read it a third, but it's Girlboss by Sophia Amoroso. Again, if I'm butchering the last name, I am so sorry. But I just think this is a really personally motivating and inspiring book for me. I really I like reading about her growth as the book progresses, and it's honestly, again, a super quick read for me. There's photos through it. It's a funny book. There's some business advice in it. So overall, I just really enjoy this book. Obviously, I've read it twice now, going to be a third. And I just think it's a really light summer fun read. So that is why it is on my list. And I haven't read it in quite some time, so I'm excited to get back into it again. I have had The Sun Is Also a Star on my bookshelf for an embarrassingly long time without having read it yet. I am so embarrassed when people come over and they'll say, "Oh, you have A Sun Is a Star. Is it good?" I don't know. It's been on my shelf for literally months, and I haven't gotten around to reading it. I feel so bad because it does sound like a very, very good and entertaining book. And I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, but it's just so colorful and so fun. How can you not be gravitated towards it? So yes, this is on my list so I can, 1, read the book, and then finally be able to say that I've read it. And I don't know if this is just me, because it probably is, because it doesn't have that much sense or logic behind it. But when I make a reading list for any season, I'll make my list, and then I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna read this book during like this part of the season and this book during this part of the season. So I'll like plan when I'm gonna read different books. And I think The Sun Is Also a Star is going to be a very good for like coming into August. I don't know why, I just get that vibe from that book, from this book. So I'm hoping to read it kind of end of July, going into August. We have come to the last book that I'm hoping to read this summer, and that is Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. I honestly hadn't heard about this book until I had watched Love, Simon. I know. But I did really want to read it because I loved the movie so much. I've seen it twice now, and I just wanted to see, I just wanted to read it in general because I liked the storyline so much and the concept behind it. But I also just want to see how different the book is from the movie, because everyone knows the books are always better. So I just want to see what it is like. And again, as I keep on saying, I did really enjoy the movie, so I know I'm going to love the book as well. And I think I'm going to read this like coming out of August and into the beginning of September. I think that is, for me, the perfect time to read this book. For literally, I have no logic behind it. I just think it'll be a good time to read that book. It doesn't make sense, I know. But with that being said, those are all the books I am hoping to read this summer. It may not seem like a lot because normally I make my lists way too big and then I just don't achieve them and then I'm just sad. So I think I already said this, but I really just like wanted to condense it. So hopefully I will get all of these books read. But yeah, how many is there actually? There is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 4, and really? There's only 4? I guess there's only 4. So there's only 4, so I feel like that definitely is manageable. That's really like, what, 2 books a month? Why do I feel like there's more than 4? No, there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5. I just can't count apparently. There's 5 books and I have already started one, so hopefully that will be achievable for me, but we shall see. But with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Bye!